everyone out there. My name is David. We started our last week presentation with the need for us to pay tax to Ghana government. Today we are going to look at 3 items in taxation. That is tax exemption, tax evasion, and tax avoidance. When we talk about tax exemption, it is where some people had the privilege not to pay tax to government. It is by law. When we look at 2015 Act 896, Section 7, it gives the president some rights, privilege not to pay tax because of his position as a president, because of the risk of his work. And so he's not going to pay tax to the government. And so this is a law that mandates him not to pay tax. And so when the president don't pay tax, the law does not enforce him, or the law does not make him to pay tax, because the law has made it clear that he should be exempted from paying tax. However, the president of the nation, if he's engaging in any other business, example like the business activities, investment activities, he's going to pay tax to government. In fact, it is very clear that some people have had privilege because of the situation that they find themselves in, either in a good position, either of compensation, especially when you are a young entrepreneur under 35 years. The law allowed you not to pay tax for some period of time. After that period, you start to pay tax to the government of Ghana. More so, government institutions like municipal assemblies and government agencies, they are not to pay tax, they are exempted from paying tax. However, when they engage in any other business apart from their core business, their core mandate, they are supposed to pay tax to the government. More so, the district and government agencies, when they engage in any commercial activities, they pay tax to Ghana government. Then we have NGOs, ambassadors to our countries, they also have been exempted from tax. That is by the law. The income tax law permits them to do so. This is a privilege that has been given to these people. Most when government or any person is paying compensation to someone who has suffered injury or a death of a loved one, and they're paying a compensation to those people, the law does not permit them to pay tax, so they have been exempted from paying tax to the government. Others also, when we come to farming, cocoa processing, agro processing, they have also been exempted from paying tax for some period of time. And we are also looking at cocoa farmers. They have also been exempted from paying tax to the government of Ghana for certain period of time. And so when all of this time is due, they have to pay tax to the government of Ghana. So now let us look at what tax evasion is all about. When we talk about tax evasion, it is where individual or a group of persons or companies try not to pay tax to government. How? This is the way they do it. In order not to disclose their income, understate their income, so that they will not pay a huge amount of tax to Ghana government. And that this tax evasion, when the law when they discover that these people have evaded tax, when they are discovered, the law must deal with these people seriously. Even they can be sent to jail for that act, violation of compliance of the income tax law. Now let's look at tax avoidance. When we talk about tax avoidance, this also is illegal, is lawful, but people have studied the law in order to reduce, because they have studied the law of income tax. So they reduce certain things in order to pay less tax to government. So the difference between income tax, the difference between tax evasion, tax exemption, and tax avoidance is that for tax evasion, it is not lawful, but tax exemption and tax avoidance, it is by law, income tax law, it permits them to do that. And so when these people are found, they are not going to face the law. Now, let us look, when individuals are going to pay tax to government, there are 3 things that constitute your income that the tax agency will base on that to charge you a tax. 1, your salary, your monthly salary and allowances. 2 is your business activities and income investment activity. When they sum all of this thing, they add everything, then you pay tax on this. I want you to understand out there that the president of the nation Some people have the privilege not to pay tax to government for certain periods of time because of their situation they find themselves. It is very important for us to pay tax. Anyone found of evading tax must be deal with the law accordingly. It certainly means that most of the time, those who we call ourselves educated people, we evade tax. And but it's very serious. Ask yourself, when the government of Ghana don't have money, how can we run the country? We have so many expenditure. Roads and other hospitals and different sectors are demanding for money. Where is government going to find all of this money? And it's my prayers, my humble appeal that nobody should evade tax. Nobody should use dubious ways not to pay tax. But you have the privilege, that is good enough. Let us be committed to paying tax and build our nation, Ghana. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the page, David Kopo. Thank you for watching. Bye.